Hello folks, I'm Karupya and today's video is about Gradle. In this video I want to talk about how to get started with Gradle and yep, let's get started. What is Gradle, right? Gradle is actually a build tool and a dependency management tool. I've seen it being used primarily in JVM based projects, which means in programming language like Java or Kotlin. I'm not sure about these Clojure and others, uh, but yeah, I have personally used it in Java and Kotlin, and it's a a good build tool. There are alternatives that I've heard of, but I've not used Maven, and I think Ant. Uh, I believe Gradle is like the modern build tool, and but yeah, I don't know the pros and cons of using Gradle versus other tools. You could check that out. In this video, we're just going to talk about how to just get started with Gradle using, of course, Gradle tool. And so this video will be about like bootstrapping a project and getting started with Gradle. So the first thing you do is you go to gradle.org and you install Gradle. So this will go to this page. Display. And if you notice, there'll be a prerequisite. So you should have Java installed. I have Java version 14. This is like the latest stable release in Java. Anything above 8 is recommended. And you can go ahead and install Gradle by following this manual. I am going to show you how to get started. So I have Gradle version 6.6. This is the latest Gradle version. So once you have this, it'll also show you some more details about your OS and I believe what it supports. So to get started with Gradle, you just do this. You say Gradle init. This is the command that you use to initialize a Gradle project. You can do Gradle init help, and you can see a lot of options over here. I'm not going to go into these options for now. You can check it out if you want. I'm just going to say Gradle init, and wait a second. I'll create a project for myself first. Demo Gradle project, and then go into it, and then do Gradle init. Okay. So now this is an interactive, tool, Gradle init, like interactive command, where it will interactively ask you questions and then you answer them, and then it will bootstrap or initialize a project for you, initialize a Gradle project for you. So it says select the type of project. So what kind of software are you trying to create? Are you trying to create a Gradle plugin? Are you trying to create a library which will be imported by other libraries or applications, or is it going to be an application, or is it basic? So in my case, I'm just going to go ahead with application for now. And so what is the language that you want to do, like, implement? By default, it's Java. So apparently it supports, or it says that it supports these. Maybe there might be more, I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead with Java itself. That's the default, so I can just press enter actually. And here the default was basic actually. And I wanted to, which is application. And now the build script. So since Gradle is a build tool, um, a build tool, what it does is it builds your software, which means download dependencies, put them together, and then create an executable or whatever artifact that you need. And it also helps you run tests or any other task that is related to your project, software project. So to do that, you actually define what you want the build tool to run, what test, what to build, how to do things, and stuff like that. Not too much of how to do, but yeah, a bit of it. So To define that, you use a language, a domain-specific language, and Gradle uses two domain-specific languages that it currently supports, which is Groovy and Kotlin. Both are programming languages based on JVM. I am just going to go ahead with Groovy, and you could choose test frameworks. It's pretty useful to test your software. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the fourth option. By default, the option is 1, JUnit 4. JUnit Jupyter is a really good Java. I think it supports Kotlin too. Yeah. JUnit Jupyter, which is the fifth version of JUnit, which is a really good testing framework. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose that, and it's asked for my project name. I say that. Package, you can put com dot or whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and just accept this. So it says build successful, and it has created a project for me. So that is my project. I can do git init and initialize my git repository here and do git add dot. If you notice, it has also created git ignore and git attributes. So yeah, and so now you have bootstrapped your Gradle project. The next thing that you can do is build this project, Gradle W. So this is short for Gradle wrapper. That's the short form. So Gradle W is a short script. It's a shell script, and it will help you to download Gradle for your particular project, because every project could use different Gradle versions. So you can set your Gradle version over here in Gradle wrapper, Gradle wrapper property. So you can set your version here, and you can just change to a newer version or older version or anything. And the wrapper will download that and run Gradle for you. So there are two Gradle wrappers. One is for Windows and another is for Unix and Linux. So I'm just going to go ahead and do Gradle W and do version. So if you notice, it's actually getting Gradle 6.6 and showing me the version. And if I want to use a different version, let's say I want to use 6.5, let's say. If I do Gradle version, so it will download Gradle 6.5 for me, if you notice here, and 50, 60, 70, 100, awesome. So that is Gradle 6.5 for you. Yep. But I'm just going to go back and change that. Or I could just, I have Git, so I can just check out that. Yep. So if I do Gradle version now, I'm back to Gradle 6.6. So now you have Gradle 6.6 running, and so anything you want to do with Gradle, you just use Gradle wrapper. So how do you get started? Like, what do you do with Gradle wrapper? You can actually check out the help. It has like a lot of help thing. And the most basic command that you can use is tasks. So it will tell you what and all are the build tasks available through Gradle for you. So these come by default when you do Gradle init, and you can just run these and try it out. So Gradle W tasks will give you that. So let's say I want to build my project, right? So it's a build tool. So I want to build my project. It says assembles and tests this project. So I'm just gonna say build, and it does compilation, test, and it's done. So to know what and all are going behind the scenes, so it says 7 actionable tasks, 7 executed. To know what is going behind the scenes, you can do dry run, which means it will not actually run them, but it will just show you the task that is going to run. So these are the tasks that it was going to run. So you can see Okay, there it looks more than 7. I don't know how the counting happens, but yep. So these are the things that we're going to run. Yep. So you can find the help for each of these tasks. There is one for documentation, so documentation tasks, and then there is one for verification, that is check, test, and all that. Some help tasks, and you know run. So you can run your JVM application, your in this case Java application, and you can also create your jar file and all that. Yeah. So you can type any of these terms, tasks, and put the task name here, and it will just happen. So let's say I'm going to try this check, and it runs that. So that's how like you create a Gradle project, Bootstrap one, and you say Bootstrap Gradle project. I just say Bootstrap project, and you go ahead from there. Yep. That's all I had for today's video. Thank you. Bye bye.